we might call everybody together and get going, hey?
Yeah, sounds good.
Great. Official hello to everybody, everybody who's dialing in, and for those who may be listening in a little bit later. Welcome to ThoughtConnected.com and another in our series of free webinars, which we've been running very consistently in the last 6 months. My name is John Munro. I'm the owner and founder of ThoughtConnect and co-founder of ThoughtConnected.com. Today we have a brilliant session for you, how to get more referrals in 5 steps with Steve Holmes. Before we get going, a little bit about Steve. Steve has worked in the financial services industry for 28 years, 24 of those years with one of Australia's largest licensees, AMP. During the last 4 years, Steve has founded 2 businesses, SH Marketing and Design and Feedsy. I've known Steve for over 20 years and used both Feedsy and SH Marketing in my business, really crucial to the success that I've achieved so far. A little bit about SH Marketing and Design. It's a marketing consultancy and graphic design business specialising in helping small business prioritise and deliver on their marketing ideas and communicate their true value to their clients. They specialise in creating mobile responsive websites, of which I use one, and writing the content for the financial services sector. And also Feedsy is a news and client communication business that creates branded digital strategy for businesses, including apps, emails, and news pages on the web. Steve is really passionate about small business and adding value to financial planning businesses. He prides himself on providing tangible solutions that make a difference to all businesses. So over to you, Steve, and welcome, and thanks very much for the webinar today.
Thanks very much, John. It's a pleasure to be here, and obviously to obviously have an ongoing relationship working with the ThoughtConnect group. We do value that partnership, and obviously valued working with you, John, for well over 20 years. Today I'm actually together here with my business partner for Feedsy in Gavin, Klose.
Hello.
And when we started Feedsy, probably just about 8 years ago now, Gav, it was all about helping time-poor business owners. Back then it was about helping financial services. That was the industry we know. But business owners have the same time-poor constraints and worried about what to say, when to say it, how to say it, and have the right time to actually do that. So Gavin and I sort of founded this business back then, and this is actually a reenactment of an old iPhone 3. That was a challenge to even find one at the time, wasn't it, Gav? To reenact our meeting up here in Stirling, but in South Australia.
And I'm the handsome one there on the right. That's me.
With the inquisitive look on your face.
Yeah. So basically, we've been focusing mainly on, I guess, helping clients connect with their clients on a regular basis, and I guess to create goodwill, or what we call great will. And now I guess our energy is also into, I guess, how to leverage that great will to generate referrals, which is sort of leads us on to today's webinar.
Absolutely. So in relation to where we go from here, so today is all about referrals and 5 steps to get more. Referrals are absolutely the greatest compliment you can give to any business. And whenever we receive a referral, it not only helps grow your business, but it's a real accolade or validation that you're doing something right, and that our business actually really wants to focus on helping people and helping small business. So receiving a referral is the greatest compliment that we can ever receive, and I'm sure you can receive for your business. Just to put some stats around why referrals do work, 92% of consumers trust referrals from people they know. People are 4 times more likely to buy when referred by a friend, and 74% of consumers identify word of mouth as a key influencer in their purchasing decision. These are all known facts, and I guess puts some context around why referrals are so valuable for business. A referred customer is also 18% more loyal than a customer acquired by any other means. And referred customers are more profitable, for all the reasons we've just sort of spoken about. And that's at the end of the day how we want to sort of grow our businesses. We do want to help people. I've never met a small business person, particularly in the advice industry, that doesn't want to actually help people moving forward. We actually build a business to help people, and we want to do a good job at doing that. We've done a fair bit of research in the advice industry, but the more we think about it, it's pretty relevant. All businesses are the same in this way. Our business certainly as well. We're financial advice business, but we do help financial advice businesses. But the biggest marketing challenge faced was actually obtaining leads and obtaining referrals. Were the top two biggest marketing challenges out of a substantial survey that we had done just earlier this year. And when you dig a little bit deeper, that biggest marketing challenge, most of that sort of came. What is the biggest one? It was referrals. So what we're talking about today is actually the hot topic of the biggest marketing challenge. Are referrals the main source of leads for financial advisors? Absolutely. So 82.8% said yes, 17% no. So there were other source of leads there for advisors. When you sort of talk about accountants, 100% said yes, that referrals were the biggest source of leads. So we sort of hit a bit of a topic or a nerve, if you like, in terms of how to do this better.
So we wanted to, I guess, before we launched into our referral service, we did a lot of research. And we basically learned from the best. We learned from some people who are using referrals to have incredible growth in their business, and look for, I guess, examples outside of our sector. So we actually did many examples, but ones we're going to talk about today are Dropbox, Airbnb, Fiverr, and Uber. With Dropbox, and this, I guess, you'll see there's a trend amongst all of these. What they do is they provide, I guess, a reward for referring. Their reward is some of their product. So they actually give away some of their product to both the referrer and the referral as part of their referral program. And they also promote it during their onboarding process. So during onboarding, when you go to perhaps get some more space, you actually get some free space by referring somebody rather than have to purchase space. And also they make the whole referral process really simple as well. And Airbnb do a similar thing. They've got a team of 5 on their referral team who actually look at referral strategies for their business. It's a big part of their business. And they've tried many things over the years, but what they find works best is when they do what's called altruistic promotion, where you're not just going to get something by referring somebody, you're also going to give something by referring. So the whole promoting of giving something to somebody when you're referring has really worked well for them, and they find that is the best promotion. You can see there's very similar themes there to Dropbox, where you give and you get, and also it's really easy to do, easy to share by putting email addresses in or going by Facebook and so forth. So it's a really easy process to refer. Fiverr is an online freelancer business where you can basically get online help for various things. We use it quite a bit ourselves. And again, they make the referral process a give and get. So you both give and get something, but also they make it part of your everyday experience. So notifications in the top left there is something that you deal with all the time when you're on Fiverr. And right in front of you there is a thing saying, hey, do you want to refer someone and get a reward? So they're actually always promoting the referral things as part of their ongoing interaction with the brand. So it's actually right in front of you all the time. And Uber, you're pretty very aware of Uber. I have recently not recently, but in the past taken advantage of their referral process to get both my mother and my mother-in-law, so they're both happy, on Uber. And I know my mum, on the weekend I saw my mum and she said, I got another Uber last week. So she's so proud of herself because she's a high-tech granny and she loves Uber. But what Uber do is when you go to the app, I guess you yourself will probably use the app, there's a thing called free ride down the bottom. And that's basically their way of saying, if you refer us, you'll get a free ride. So they make it right in front and center. They make it in front of your face, and they give it to you as a benefit to you and to someone else. But basically, they are making it, I guess, the referral process part of the experience of working with a brand. So what we learned from these is referral should be up front and center. It should be in front of people all the time to give people the option to refer if they want to either get a reward or not get a reward. But referrals isn't like a background thing. It's not a thing that you hide and sort of hope people will discover. You make it up front and center.
Cool. So today's webinar is about 5 steps to get more referrals. So we learn from the best, and how do we adapt this to our local businesses, advice businesses, your business? How do we adapt what the global businesses do so well? And really it comes down to these 5 steps that we'd like to take you through today. Is how to be awesome very simply, how to be very easy to deal with, make it really easy for people to refer to you, to be rewarding, and we'll challenge you to maybe think about some rewards of what you might be able to give to your referrers and referees. To be rewarding, to be there constantly on every bit of correspondence that you might send out to clients, so to being there, and also don't be shy to ask. So we're going to sort of cover off all of those today in a little bit more detail.
And these tips can work, I guess, for both direct referring, like via a friend. So basically, sort of asking your clients for referrals, but also with networks as well. Like for instance, I guess you'd call today's webinar a network referral because it's actually through John. So these tips work in both environments.
So to be awesome, simply, the first one we'd like to take you through.
Yeah, so I guess you might have a fantastic business. We can help you be a fantastic business, but what we can do is make it easier for people to describe what you do to someone else. If somebody went to your website, they might read this blurb about you, which is, you're a financial wealth advisor. You provide quarterly annual meetings where they review our current investment portfolio, blah, 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 blah. If that's the sort of thing that's on your website, it's going to make it very hard for people to easily and quickly describe you to somebody else. So what we do, we recommend you need to make your offer really easy to explain, to describe, and to tell somebody else.
And this, of course, is a financial advisor type offer that might be on the website. But just think about what you do in your business. Is it sort of depicting what you do in a really simple way, telling people how they can be better off by using your services, essentially?
And all the examples, I guess the benchmarking sites we saw before, they make it so when the referrer sends a referral, it's the business that they're recommending is done very simply. And basically what they're doing is what's called a referral statement. So a referral statement is a really simple way of bottling your business and your offer to someone else. So how would someone else recommend in their language your service profession and how you help them? That's basically what a referral statement is. So basically you need to make it really simple to understand.
And it's even simpler than the old elevator pitch, isn't it, Gav? When you come up with that 30-second elevator pitch, it's actually what someone else might say about your business. How can you say that in one really quick little line? Because an elevator pitch is what you say about yourself. What we're trying to do is make it even simpler to say what would someone else say about you, which is even more powerful.
There's two parts. There's the service profession. So it might be, in their words, you're their accountant, a financial advisor, could be an insurance person or an investment broker. So trying to use the language that they would use. And the second part is how you help them in their words again. So, we catch up regularly to keep their finances in order and working for them. We really get to know people so we can get the best tax deductions. We help people invest in ethical companies. We make sure people are not getting ripped off with dodgy insurance. I mean, there's this 4 examples of how people might say you help them. So in action, you might say, so a good referral statement would be, you should contact my insurance person, Peter from Expert. And then John would then say, we are John's insurance people who recommended we contact you. We make sure people like John are not getting ripped off with dodgy insurance. So those words would be different for every business, but it needs to be as simple as that.
So to be really easy to refer is the next step we like to sort of talk about. Now, I suppose referrals, as we know, are really valuable to every business. And it's quite often, even if you're getting some referrals on your business now, it's the opportunity cost of could you be getting more. So if you're quite often asked if you're, like to refer someone, a reaction is I've had a nice feeling that you've delivered some value. And the response might be, sure, mate, I'd love to refer someone. But how do they go about doing that? What next? Maybe when I get home, I'll try to remember to email some friends. What should I say? Should I include contact details? Oh, I can't remember his number. I can't find his business card. How do I actually physically do this? It does become hard. Also, the perception that we give off to people quite often is that you're too busy. And we never really want to do that. And I've been guilty of that myself as well. Like John might come up to me and say, how are you getting on, Steve? And I say, flat out, John, haven't got time to distract myself. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. But John might be thinking, wow, he's that busy already. Was about to give him a referral and he's too busy. I'm not going to look that good if Steve's too busy to help my friend or my client. So just be very careful about what you say to your friends, your colleagues, your business associates, because they potentially are the best referrers for you. So just be careful of how and what you say to people. you do want to make it easy, and you do want to sort of open the framework that you are open to referrals.
You don't make it easy and then close the door by being negative.
By being negative. So, the flip side to that is saying, hey, yes, we are really busy, but I've always got time to help business. Helping small business is my passion. I love helping small business. I've always got time to help them. But we are busy right now, and that sort of gives off the perception that you are successful. You like what you're doing, but you're also open and
never too busy.
Never too busy for people. So perception is reality.
So basically making things easy, you want that guy who said, yeah, I'd love to refer you, to be able to push a button and for these things to happen. So their friend is emailed easily and simply. They are thanked for doing the referral. The business who's being referred is notified, and then the lead is then contacted by you to follow it up. So you want a simple process, and that's basically what the Ubers and the Dropboxes of the world are doing. They make this process so easy. So if you want to refer someone, you almost simply push a button, and it should be as simple as that.
And look, this is sort of almost the best case scenario. You refer a friend, and all this other stuff here happens in automation. We've seen refer a friend links before, but very few businesses have anything more than maybe just to go to an email and that's it. So it might just be a stagnant refer a friend sort of link, not doing much. But to do all of these in that one action can make it really easy and efficient for your business. So if we sort of look at, hey, I'm glad you're happy with our service. So you're getting something nice, you're getting a good comment. It's the ideal time to actually ask for a referral. But what you might do, if you don't mind, can I ask you to think of anyone who might also like our help? And then you can give this person a series of calls to action to do it. And that's what I'd like to sort of show you now. So the refer a friend link can be super easy because it's on their website, which makes it easy. If can I send you the link? If you can't think of anyone straight away, it's going to be on their email footers, and we'll show you what that looks like a little bit later on. So you're making this link available everywhere. But then the next action is to tell people how to use it, or to ask them if they wouldn't mind, using that.
You're basically counterbalancing the barriers for referrals. Someone wants to give a referral, you make it really easy for them. It's actually the hardest bit, but we've actually found a way of making it easier for you.
And mate, the rewarding part, this is the feel-good part. And just to give you a little bit of an example of what we do at Feedsy. So if we get a referral from one of our clients right now, we do use that altruistic approach. And we give a free month of Feedsy to the business coming in, but also give a free month to the business that has actually referred. So what can happen is the person that's just come on actually think that, say, John's referred, goes back to John and says, oh, thanks very much for that. So John actually feels good that he's given value, but there are person that's come on feels valued as well. And that's quite often the reason why people don't refer.
So today, 12 of you become Feedsy clients. That means that John will get a free year because he gets 12 free months.
But individually, you all get a free month as well. And we'll sort of talk about that as well.
Yeah, so we want to help John as well.
Offering a reward increases the referral likelihood, but the size of the reward does not matter. Non-cash incentives are 24% more effective at boosting performance than cash incentives. So really the thing is around adding some sort of value that might be related to your business works really well. So we spoke a little bit about how we might incentivize, but how you might incentivize could be as simple as movie tickets, wine, store vouchers, and things like that. You might incentivize it. And incentivizing means that you promote this up front. So it's an incentive that everyone is aware of when giving a referral. And that's the details of an incentive. A surprise is where you don't have these details on the refer a friend, and you might just surprise them after the fact. So you provide this sort of stuff after the event. So a hamper, dinner voucher, any of these as well, movie tickets. Or just a simple thank you. You might ring the person up and you drop off a gift, you take them out for lunch, you take them out for coffee, and at that time you nurture that relationship. And some of you might be doing some of these already, thanking people after the fact because you know they like wine or you know they like a certain coffee. So you nurture that relationship, and it's a good opportunity to ask them about their business and what's working for them and what's not, etc.
What we found ourselves has worked best is when we actually offer, some credit of our product. So because then we know that the person who's actually referring us values our product in the first place to then want to refer it. We've actually tried movie tickets as well, but we've found actually giving away a free month. We actually give away 2 free months because you get a free month anyway when you set up with Feedsy. We give you 2 free months. we've sort of found that's been the best method for us, because it's mean that the referrer wants to refer us because they want to get that free month, but also they want to give away a free month. They want actually you to benefit what they benefit from using Feedsy.
Yeah, like it'd be John would feel amazing about getting a thank you from, say, just as an example, as one of you. Gee, I signed up to Feedsy, which is fantastic. Thanks so much. They gave me a couple of free months, because of our relationship, and you're thanking John. So then John actually thinks, gee, that was good of Feedsy to make me look good. So that's all about how referrals work so well. Just sort of moving through. So being there, passively asking for recommendations, and that's what we'd like to touch on now in terms of what this might look like. So passive link on all digital communications, website navigation bars, email footers, SMS footers, electronic receipts. So we all use email footers every day, but and clients probably receive dozens of emails. But are we actively do we have a nice email footer that's relevant on every device? If you reply on your iPad, does it match what's on your computer, on your phone, etc.? I see so many email footers that just said I sent from my iPad with no contact details on, or no refer a friend examples, no logo, etc. So, really take a serious look at your email footers and what it says about you and your business, and are you maximising that? That all comes under the ad hoc category. Regularly promoting links on all digital comms, so your newsletters, your social media, and things like that. So if people go to your Facebook, they can refer there, and the monthly email newsletter, they can refer there as well. So don't be shy. Ask and you shall receive. This is the next part that Gavin's going to sort of take us through.
Yeah, so before I just go into it, I'm not sure whether you're aware of this guy, Gary Vaynerchuk. He's amazing. He's actually a bit older than that now. He's very enthusiastic and colourful language blogger and presenter, but he has this amazing strategy about give, ask, or jab, right hook. In today's marketing world, and especially in social media, it's all about giving value, creating great will for your brand. And then people actually don't mind you asking, because you've actually been giving them stuff over time. So you don't want to go ask. People get turned off by you asking all the time, asking for business, asking for a transaction. You want to be giving, and then people don't mind you asking. So on the same token, when you're onboarding, you're giving them your ear. You're giving them follow-up emails. You're giving them a proposal. You are giving. That's a good time to ask after you've done that. With your regular communications after the giving of great information, whether it's educational or even entertaining, perhaps with an email newsletter or quarterly email campaign or via social media. These are really good times to be giving, and then you can ask. And any interaction you have with somebody, whether it's a face-to-face meeting, a Skype meeting, maybe an annual review or a quarterly review with somebody, that's a really good time to sort of ask for a referral after you give and had great feedback, even after a high NPS. We'll go into NPS in a minute.
So just in summary, we've sort of gone through how to be awesome simply. When I say summary, we're about to introduce the Feedsy offer shortly about what we can do. But in summary of the research, be awesome simply. Be easy to refer, be rewarding, offer something, be there passively, but also don't be shy to ask. So now the big drum roll, Gav, we'd like to introduce Feedsy Referrals, where we're sort of going to go through some tangible solutions.
So what we've done is we've made the referral statement a really easy thing to do. So we actually help you create your referral statement. We actually will listen to you, talk with you, consult with you, and in a very, I guess, quick amount of time, we actually help you devise your own referral statement. So we actually it's actually often very hard to see it for yourself. Often it's good having a third party, somebody outside of your business, look at your business, give you some free consulting to actually help you create your referral statement. Now, the hardest part, which is the making it easy, is now the easiest part. So everything is automated for you. So we make it easier to refer a friend, to thank the referrer, to let you know you've got a referral, and then to follow up the referral as well. And this is the system that we've created for you. So it's basically somebody clicks on a link, refer a friend, which is in various different places. We will show you later on. They go to a screen which basically captures the referral information, captures the referrer and the referral information. It then provides a thank you and an opportunity for another referral. And then what happens after that, after 2 days, So basically, the Refer Now button generates an email to the referral from your friend. So it's actually an automated email from your friend, from the friend to the referral. It then thanks the referrer for referring. You get notified that there is a referral, and then 2 days later, the person who's been referred gets an email from you or from the business who's using Feedsy Referrals, basically trying to introduce them and to incite a contact or a meeting. So it's basically a call to action to meet. And so basically you've created like a warm lead. So now this person's got to know you a little bit, heard from you via a friend, via you. So now when you make that phone call, you know that person knows a little bit about you.
Yeah. I think importantly, as you go through the setup of this, you get to craft a lot of these wording so you're really comfortable in what they say. And the call to action here might be a Calendly link to set up a diary note, or the best way to contact you for the office and things like that. So you're really comfortable with everything of what these say. It's all customized, to and for your business.
Yeah, so we help you do that. We have pro forma ones you can use, but we also, through the setup process, we work with you to customize it, and you can change it over time as well. And you get some great stats, so you can see how many referrals you've been receiving. You can see the list grow. You can see his most recent referrals. You also can see how active that person is, so you better see how many emails they've been opening up, whether they're clicking on emails. So when you make that phone call, you know a little bit about them before you make that phone call.
Yeah, and the reason why there's two lists in here, this might be the normal email list here. The Feedsy Referrals is a separate list because at this stage you haven't actually got their okay to email them on a regular basis. So when you sort of follow them up, it's something that you might ask them as well. Would you like to receive our ongoing newsletter? And then you can actually put that name into this master list here. So that's why they're sort of separated at the moment, and so you can get stats on them and work with them to sort of onboard them as a new client. So to be rewarding, incentivize, surprise, or simply thank, it's up to you. We gave you sort of some examples of that. And also we included a bit of detail of how Feedsy is being rewarding as well, because we are using an incentive ourselves where we give the referrer a free month of Feedsy and also an additional month of anyone that comes on board. So there's that goodwill there to make people feel good about their decision they've actually made. So you can promote this up front, and you can test incentives. And we're more than happy to change incentives if you'd like to sort of start off with no reward and just a surprise, or to change that ongoing so you can actually test what works best for your business. An incentive looks like this. So, refer and go to the movies. You just put that incentive right up front and the conditions of that entry down the bottom. And we'll customize and actually change and tweak that as your ideas change. Being there ongoing, so constantly display your Feedsy referral link. Show people that referrals are welcome on your ad hoc and regular communication. So I'd like to show you what that looks like now. So obviously on your, refer a friend on your website, goes to that refer a friend page that we've just sort of had a look at. And also here, please don't keep us a secret. On the bottom of every one of your emails, you've got that refer a friend link there as well. And also, if you're currently receiving some of John's emails, it might look with story content like this, and you've got the refer a friend at the bottom of his emails. And also, don't keep us a secret, or a referral is the greatest, compliment your business can give us. So you can actually change all these sort of taglines.
Or it could be you receive a free month. So whatever the incentive is, and the message again can be customized, changed, and tested at any time.
Yeah, so you're not limited by anything here, but you can put whatever you like. We've got sort of some best practice comments. So don't be shy. We can help you ask. Ask content to share, edit, duplicate, reuse whenever you want. And one of those is actually on Facebook. So you can actually share your referral link onto Facebook, which actually creates a Facebook post for you.
So we provide articles that you can share with your newsletter, as well as email templates you can use as well to ask to refer a friend, with a big green button there, refer a friend. So these are things that might be used, currently being used once a quarter. So we're not bombarding people with stuff all the time. So they'll get 4 of these a year. But we sort of make it so that the referral process is actually automated for you as well. You're in full control. You can determine to send to everybody or just to some key people.
Yep. I think the one of the keys with all this as well is that we're on the hook to help you get referrals. So we're writing content for you. We're doing all these sorts of things behind the scenes proactively to help you get referrals. And if you're not getting any or not getting as much as you want in terms of the referrals, we'll keep working with you to help you get those numbers.
Now, this is a new thing that probably John hasn't even seen yet. We're now introducing Net Promoter Score, or NPS, to our plans. We're actually beta testing this at the moment, so it's actually not quite live yet, but all new people or people who want to be involved with our trials can also get access to this. And there's basically, this is a global marketing tool that's used by many people, by most organisations. You've probably seen it yourself. People like Telstra are using it, and Australia Post and so forth. And it's basically saying, based on your experiences, how likely would you be to recommend us to a friend or colleague? It's quite a direct question, but this is a good indicator about whether somebody's likely to refer you to someone else.
And it's a nice passive way to ask as well. So not going straight to refer a friend, it's actually asking for feedback first.
So there's been so much research and data on this process because so many people are using it, but they say people who provide a 9 or a 10 rating are more likely to refer you, and those between 1 and 8 are probably not going to refer you. Maybe 8s might refer you. So the people who answer a 9 or a 10, you actually directly ask them, can you refer somebody? Can you think of somebody to refer? And those who are under 9 are asked for feedback. So you actually use it to not only get referrals, but also to get great feedback on your business and maybe room for improvement. So how can you get a 9 or 10 next time? So actually use it as a tool to do market research on an ongoing basis to make sure your product is as good as it can be.
It's a really nice way to not just purely ask for a referral. It's, hey, how do we go? And it's a nice little step. It's a softer step to asking for a referral, because not everyone feels comfortable about asking for referrals. That's one of the reasons why people don't get them, is they don't ask. So having this sort of NPS approach, people feel much more comfortable about saying, hey, how do we go? Rather than to say, do you mind referring people onto me? Because what the research is that people can feel a little bit needy or, for asking, or they don't want to disrupt an already fantastic relationship they've got. And these are the two biggest reasons why people don't ask. So this gets around that.
Another is what we call Feedsy onboarding. So we're gonna, this is, I guess, also being currently tested at the moment. It can be part of our trials if you wish to be part of our trials. We're actually automating the onboarding process. So somebody could have just received a proposal from you, perhaps, or somebody could have maybe just signed up with you, perhaps. We'll work with you for the different, onboarding moments where we can automate an email sequence. That could be either using a pro forma text, or you can customize it yourself to introduce them to the team and to the process, perhaps. But then also at the end of that process, to then do an NPS to actually say, how are we going so far? How likely are you to refer us to somebody based on your experiences so far? So again, you're getting feedback along the way.
Yeah, and we've been using this for some time, haven't we, Gav, on our business? And we introduce people to, hey, here's an example about what the news story is. Here's an example of some FAQs, or here's an example of what our clients are saying about us. So we customise this, obviously very different to the financial services sector. We meet the team, those sort of things, and then you say, hey, how do we do? So really nice part of onboarding, because when you get a new client, you really want to give them a fantastic experience. That's really the first perception they get of your business.
So I guess we've, over the years, we've evolved our offer. We started with the communicator package, which is a package to help you stay engaged and connected with your clients in a really easy and simple way. And then that's been, I guess, the basis of our business for many years. Campaigner is where you can do sort of more targeted marketing with email campaigns. And also there's a lot of other benefits too, with birthday messages on people's birthdays, maybe using different segments to send different things to different people. We'll go into more detail on these in a minute. And then there's the advocator plan, which is sort of our new direction now, with trying to, I guess, leverage that great will you've created to try to create advocators, people who will advocate your business, who actually will talk about you with other people, and using the referral engine, maybe using the Net Promoter Score, Feedsy NPS, to actually generate referrals and to get great feedback on your business. But also the Feedsy onboarding to make people understand the process, to enjoy you, starting up with you, and so they feel more welcome and more likely to love you and refer you to somebody else.
And all these package names now really just align to what you're trying to achieve. So importantly.
So I guess with the communicator package, It all sort of starts here. This is sort of, I guess, the engine room of Feedsy, where we produce content, we curate and create. Tongue twister for Monday morning. Great content. Based on I guess the sort of the story mix that you like. So we provide different sorts of content for different kinds of businesses. So you can choose the sort of stories you want to receive from us to then send to your clients.
Yep, and these are all sort of the categories that you can pick. Travel stories, Australian economy, interest rates, and things like that. So there's a broad content list that you get to choose, and then we feed that content in for you. And you can create unlimited amount of content yourself as well, importantly, and you use this as your blog. And what the great thing is with Feedsy is once you've got this blog on your website, the emails are automated and it basically emails your blog. So what a great way to get your blog out to people is to email it. And it just sort of looks in here for the content and then automates the email out. And they look beautiful like this. So you can see here where the content is coming from, and then the emails are fetched and sent without you really having to do anything. It can be completely automated, or it can be more of a manual process for you. You have that choice depending on your time constraints. All personalised with first name, welcome introduction, contact point, and every one of these picture and everything links through to the story, your story on your site. So you're actually directing people through to your website.
And the great thing is too, you've got full visibility of statistics. So you can see how many people are opening these stories, and people are clicking on these stories, what stories have been actually clicked on, what are the most popular stories that people are clicking on. So you can sort of get an idea what sort of content people are enjoying. But also you can sort of see what a person's been doing too. So not only do you have detail on content, but also you've got detail on your subscribers. So you'll be able to see whether it's a prospect or a client, what stories they've been opening and reading, how active they are. So again, you can sort of maybe use that to determine who you ring. And also if you do ring somebody, know what they've been, how engaged they are with you. So you get sort of got, I guess, a barometer about how active they are with you.
And pretty handy for those in financial advice as well, in the advisory industry, that for compliance purposes, as to if your clients getting a level of service, then you can actually at any time call them up to see their activity in terms of what they've read, etc. The emails, we've got a couple of templates we provide to you. You may have seen both of these from John in the various communications, but essentially there's a plain text template, or there's this sort of template, which is a little bit more formal perhaps. This one looks a little bit more like your everyday email. And once again, any of the stories can be linked from what's actually on your blog currently. And you've got a different way of actually seeing those. It could just be a hyperlink, it could be a little picture, it could be a big picture. You choose the layout of that.
Then there's segmentation. So with our campaigner and applicator plans, you can choose to, rather than send to everybody, you can actually send different things to different people. So you can choose to, create subgroups within your subscribers. Could be based on their age, could be based on their level of service, gold, silver, bronze, could be based on the kind of service they're getting from you. Even it could be segmented by, the person that they deal with. Or it could be or maybe segmented by campaigns that you're doing, or either whether they're just customers or a prospect. So there's different ways of creating, groups within your list. And we can help you achieve that. We work with you to go, what are you trying to achieve with your segmentation? We'll help you set it up for you. And we sort of make sure all the engineering is done in the background. So it's actually, what it does is actually sort of automatically creates groups based on different criteria that we help you create.
Yep, and it's all customized. So like Gav was saying, if you've got the data, then we can segment by it. So it's only limited by your imagination or the data that you have on record as to how the segments could be created.
And then there's automated birthday messages. So one of the segments is when's their birthday. So if you know their birthday, you can actually create a message which is sent out on the anniversary date of that birthday. So either using the more formal template or the more casual template, which we also can put a photograph in for you as well. And also there's a list, there's also a message that you can customize yourself. So if somebody joins your list, either by you subscribing them or then subscribing themselves, they've got a nice introduction email from you saying, welcome to the newsletter. You're receiving it very soon, and stay tuned. So it's a way of sort of letting people know they're going to be getting an email newsletter from you.
Cool. And just let you know, we've got about 5 minutes to go as well. So we've got about a 45-minute webinar today. So we're on the home straight.
We are. Also, with the campaigner and advocator plans, you get what we call a web app. It's like a Clayton's app. So rather than have to go to the App Store to download an app, what happened is when someone's reading one of your stories on their mobile device, a little pop-up will appear saying, "Hey, do you want to add this to your home screen?" So it's basically creating like a web version of an app. So the icon's on your screen. When you click on the icon, it opens up the website, which is basically exactly the same as an app. So it's like a way of getting an app without having to go to the App Store to get it. So instead of removing one barrier from having to download an app.
Yeah, and your brand stays alive and well on every little mobile device. Also, not everyone's got email. We know that, and so some of your retiree clients, might prefer to read a newsletter on paper. So you can actually, with Feedsy, we've got what's called Feedsy Print. All of these same stories that live in your blog, you can go into the Feedsy Print and just choose a title, an addition, like a name, and just click here to actually add stories. You might like to add the Microsoft one, you might add this one, you might add the Red Cross one in, for example. You even customize that by client's name and create this within seconds. And it creates this beautiful looking newsletter here, topped and tailed with your logo, your edition title goes here, all your details go down here, disclosures and disclaimers for the advice providers. You've got that, and that PDF copy or printed copy matches everything digital. So it's just a really nice way of not needing to go to a graphic designer to, even though I've got a graphic design team or business, you can actually do us out of a job by creating this really easy in-house by printing it on your own printer. So a really nice thing to do for people who want to do campaigns and send something out, with that.
Or create a fact sheet for somebody.
Fact sheet, anything for that. Also on social media, so you can just go into any of these articles. It could be our article, could be something you've created, and share it. So and that directs to your business. Just imagine that being your news.thoughtconnect.com, for example, or your business name. So you're actually sharing this tag and putting it out there for people to come into your website to read that content.
So rather than sharing somebody else's content and taking somebody away from you, you're actually sharing your content and driving traffic back to you.
Yeah. We have an in-house service that can actually share that on your behalf if you want to, or we can show you how to do it yourself, and it's nice and easy. What we do is send it out with messaging and the like. So we can take that burden away from you if there's not something you have time for or something you would like to do.
And of course, we're seeing the referral engine. So Feedsy Referral is also part of the advocator plan.
And we've just gone through, we've explained how that all works.
And of course, we are now doing beta testing on the NPS. So this actually will now also be included in the advocator plan.
Yep. Good.
And there's, of course, the onboarding as well, Feedsy onboarding. So that's all part of the advocator plan as well.
An advocator, when we sort of talk about advocator, it's all about is creating advocates for your business. And we think that we absolutely believe that onboarding is certainly really part of advocates, because that's the first touch point that clients will get from your business. And then you get a rating, which is nice. And then obviously creating more advocates in terms of the referral engine. So I guess just in summary of how to generate more referrals is being awesome, helping you with that referral statement. So being also actually telling people how to refer you, and letting them know how good you are. Being easy, so automate referral links, make it really easy for people to refer you. Reward them either by putting that up front promotions, by thanking them afterwards, or that's entirely up to you. But make them feel good. Make the referrers feel good. Make the person that's coming onto your business feel good, and feel good about the someone like John that's he referred you. So reward, be there passively, and don't forget to ask. Ask and you shall receive. But asking is very important, and probably where a lot of people do fall down because they don't ask. So we're not going to go through pricing today. We're going to sort of leave that out of this presentation. But just in summary, we've got those three packages in terms of what you are wanting to achieve. And all we probably ask from here, no doubt you'll have some questions about what you're trying to achieve, and we'd love to sort of just have a conversation with you. Now, the best way to do that, you will get a recording of this webinar tomorrow. I think Gavin will probably go out. But you'll also have an opportunity to click a Calendly link here. Now, that just really books a time with me for a chat. You can just a 15-minute conversation where you can have a chat about your business, and whether we're in a position to help. And if we're in a position to help, that's fantastic. And we'd love to sort of find out more about what you do and whether we can help. So that's just a simple booking. You can do that obviously for the remainder of this week, as soon as this week, or you can sort of make a time next year. That gives you full access to my calendar.
And remember, if you do think that Feedsy is going to help your business, you do get that free month at the start, plus an extra free month, thanks to John. So I guess you need to thank John for that. Maybe give John a coffee for that.
But yeah, the free month we do give anyway for Feedsy, because there is a little bit of downtime while we're building things. But generally, everyone's up and running within the first couple of weeks. It doesn't take long to, once we get to work, Gav, it's
a pretty easy process.
And it's probably about a 20-minute conversation with you if you want to sort of get started with Feedsy. After that, we sort of build everything for you. But if we don't talk to you before, we do wish you a very safe and happy Christmas and New Year. But we do hope to catch up with you and have a good chat in the near future.
Yeah. So email will be giving you with the link. We'll also give you some other emails through with some more information. If you have any questions, either book a time with Steve or just simply reply to the email, and we'll have to answer your questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your week. No doubt you've got some Christmas festivities happening. So over and out from Gavin and I today.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.